What's going on, guys? Casey Flower here, and welcome back to another video in my Alaska mini trip report series. This is episode 3 of Operation Final Frontier, and right now, as you can see, we're on our descent down into Barrow, Alaska, the Final Frontier, hence the title of the video, going to Barrow. So, as you can probably tell, this voiceover is a little less, more freestyle and, less scripted. I'm not going off any notes at all. This is just freestyle voiceover, no script at all. Just me saying out loud whatever comes to mind. So, on our descent into Barrow on this Alaska Airlines 737-700, November 644 Alpha Sierra, if my memory serves me correctly. It was just any normal flight, any normal Alaska Airlines flight, no different than the last one, in first class from Seattle up to Anchorage. We sat in first class, seats 3, F, and D. I was in F, Chris is in D. Did a cockpit visit, whole 9 yards. Talked to the pilots, they were super nice. They gave us some Alaska souvenirs. When I say souvenirs, I mean toys, old Alaska airplane baseball cards and some Alaska Airlines wings. But yeah, we got to the Barrow Airport. It was a very hard landing. Just because the runway is actually under construction. One part of the strip is actually, apparently, as the captain said, quote unquote, under construction. There's only one half of it done and the other part was under construction. So we kind of had to slam it down into the runway. So after landing, we got our bags. Since the whole hotel was kind of just one room, and there was all people coming off the flight from Anchorage. There's other people going on the flight back to Anchorage from Barrow, so it was just all one congested room in that one terminal. So we all got our bags, and another thing that I found interesting is that there are totes, not just bags, but there are also plastic totes that people would bring up from Anchorage, just because it says shopping. So people are going grocery shopping in Anchorage. So Barrow locals are going grocery shopping in Anchorage just because it's so much cheaper down there. And I believe the government pays for the airfare. I'm pretty sure. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Going down to Anchorage, and it just saves them a lot to do their shopping in Anchorage and in Barrow. Obviously, yes, there's a number of grocery stores in Barrow. I was in a bigger one that's more like the Walmart, the Target of Barrow. That's has more general stuff, it has furniture. It has a arcade machine that they're selling for, I don't remember how much it was off the top of my head, 900,000 or something like that. I'll put it on screen. They're also selling an ATV for 12 grand, put that on screen too. But yeah, there was that too, which was pretty interesting. What else is there? There was another store, which was obviously a mainstream grocery store. It only had limited items on the shelves. So it's gonna be one of those grocery stores that are smaller brand. But you're gonna find it out in the Midwest, Minnesota, the northern parts of the country. Obviously the parts of the country with less population, that you'd find that's, not that much. The shelves are pretty empty. It was kind of how you saw Walmart and Target were during lockdown, I'll put it that way. But yeah, there was we got to the gas station. So I got to the gas station pretty curious to myself, about just me being generally curious of how much the gas is up here, compared to down there. And yeah, $5.80 for unleaded, which, I've seen worse. When I was in LA, I had $6 for, regular, which is, hey, I've seen worse, so that wasn't bad. And obviously there was only unleaded fuel, given that's your only option. But anyway, yeah, before that, we got to our hotel. We stayed at the Top of the World Hotel, which is probably the nicest and most fair price hotel there. Okay, if you guys ever end up going to Barrow, what me and Chris actually found out for ourselves is that since it's super dry up there, we got shocked on literally everything. Literally everything we touched on that hotel, we got shocked. I remember this one specific time, I was trying to open the door to our hotel room, and I touched the doorknob, and I actually shocked myself to the extent that my phone dropped. I dropped my phone like as I touched the door to the doorknob, so that was interesting. And just a fun fact is that's the only restaurant, like the restaurant attached to the Top of the World Hotel. That's the only restaurant there that actually allowed dine-in. So I think the first night we were there, I had like a cheeseburger and Chris had like a meatball sub. They have really good hot chocolate too. Like their hot chocolate there is freaking bomb. Better than, I'm not gonna say better than Starbucks because Starbucks is my Lord and Savior. I live by Starbucks anyway. Yeah, their hot chocolate was bomb. And the next morning, I actually went on like a 2.5-3 hour walk. Like around Barrow in the city. I woke up at like 6 in the morning and just got up and like walked around. So I wanted to do that walk at 2 a.m. just cause it was light and like just cause I could. Just around Barrow. But I didn't. I just was too lazy and just too stubborn to get out of bed, so that didn't end up happening. So I ended up getting up at 6 a.m. and going around like 2.5-3 hour walk. So I did end up taking my phone on that walk and not my DSLR Canon camera. And took some photos, so you're gonna see that. Those iPhone photos in the slideshow too. So that was when I got back. I had pancakes at the hotel, just me and Chris. And then as that day progressed, we actually saw a polar bear out in the tundra. So we got in a cab, and that cab was kind of like our chauffeur for the day. And that cab sort of just like drove us around. So first he took us to the polar bear location. So it was like a location on the beach where we'd see like the polar bear. And like the polar bear was like a half mile, like maybe quarter mile to a half mile out on the tundra, like on the ice, eating whale. Exactly what he was eating. So what happened was, there was a lot of other people there, a lot of photographers there, nature photographers with their longer lenses. So there's me. So imagine there's me with my little 55 to 250 millimeter lens. I go up, I try to zoom in, I can't see it, not very good quality. So I went ahead and advocated for myself with another photographer and just asked, hey man, can I use your 600 millimeter lens to photograph it? And he was like, I mean, I guess, yeah, here. So I got it, photographed it, and I got a pretty decent photo of it, which you're gonna see probably a few of those here in the slideshow coming up. Yeah, so we saw the polar bear, and we tried getting to Point Barrow, which is the northernmost point you can get, Point Barrow, which is like 5 miles out of town. We tried getting there, but there was a massive puddle. I wasn't able to get a picture of that, but a massive puddle, like in the way of the cars, so we couldn't get there. So what ended up happening, we did like a 3-point turn, or like a 5-point turn around, came back. And then he actually stopped, the cab driver who was chauffeuring us actually stopped at a, it was like a, NOAA base. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was, but I'll have pictures of it. But we stopped there at sort of like that research base, that research station, the research station. So after that, he took us to the we wanted to stop at the radio station. So we got to the radio station in Barrow, KBRW. Chatted with one of the people over there for like a solid like hour, 2 hours. So we did that. We stopped there, picked up some merchandise from over there. We made our way back to the hotel, and then we picked up our stuff there. And then Chris and I, our party. And then with pretty much, I don't know, probably a quarter of the hotel, to be honest, made our way back to the airport to catch that one flight out of Barrow and back to Anchorage. And we saw a lot of people going back to the airport for that flight. Chris and I made it. We checked in. We made it through TSA, and we got on the plane. And that was in one like long freestyle voiceover. That was pretty much our stay in Barrow summarized. So without further ado, I'll let you guys enjoy the remainder of this descent and landing into Barrow and our adventure illustrated by my photography. See you guys. You think?
No.
kept it recording. I should have kept it recording. Should have kept it recording. Hi, Chris.
Welcome to Barrow. The local time is 3:54. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until we've arrived at the gate. The fasten seatbelt sign has been turned off. You may now use your cell phone. Please keep your laptops and other carry-on items stowed until we've arrived at the gate. Your checked bags may be picked up at baggage claim. Alaska Airlines offers a baggage service guarantee. If your checked bags are not on the carousel within 20 minutes of arrival at the gate, save customer service agent for miles or a discount. On behalf of all the employees of Alaska, proud member of One World Alliance, we'd like to thank you for flying with us today.
There it goes.